Primetime.
Primetime. What time is it? Showtime Primetime.
It's XL Primetime, featuring Joe C.
And then he couldn't fire his glutes later.
Matt Hayes.
His balls are different in person.
And Leon Searcy.
So they were smelling themselves.
Oh, my gosh.
With no deal.
How you like me now? How you like me now?
I don't really want to start the show with the taps sounder, but I don't know what else to do. This is the first Sunday in a long, long time, excluding the bye week, where you will not have Jaguar football to look forward to. You had the bye week. We all know when that came. But if you go back all the way till August, this is the first Sunday without any Jaguar ball to look forward to. I don't know how to handle it, man.
That's sad.
It is a little sad.
It's a little sad. Absolutely. A little sad.
Especially when you consider Joy in Whoville the way it was this time a week ago. E.T. was running all over the First Coast, just giving out tickets and Jag swag and making people's dreams come true over the couple of weeks leading up to this game. And it is dang sure sad. But we press on. We have to. As we look forward to
Y'all
what the
gotta
Jaguars...
let it go, man.
Yeah.
You gotta let it go.
I know. Leon and I look at each other like, look, there's a mourning period that will take place.
Yeah. It's a processing period, Matt Hayes, that we're going through right now. A little therapy.
We don't just throw dirt on it and turn our back on it. It's not easy. It ain't
What's
easy.
gonna happen? What's gonna happen if Indiana
empathy?
wins Monday night? What are you gonna do? How long?
I don't have to worry about that because they're not going to win Monday.
Yeah.
In my reality, Miami is 6-time national champion.
But the one good thing that I will give you as far as Miami is concerned is that when your season ends, the season ends. So that part's good. Win or lose.
True.
We got
That's
to the
very
end.
true.
Yeah, exactly.
That's very true.
Win or lose, you and you may be a punchline in a Ricky Bobby quote, but at the same time, you got to the finish line. You'll see whether you got there second or first. Okay.
My God, these two are gonna be insufferable if they
First. It'll be first.
If they win,
Yeah.
it's gonna be.
If we don't, I'll be really upset about Leon saying all this.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to play it back.
Yeah.
Listen, I play for the University of Miami. I won championships. You got to have this approach that you're the winner.
But you also have to respect your opponent.
No, you don't. That's a bunch of bull.
All right, so we get it cranking on a Florida home AC Friday with little respect for the opponent. You guys can jump in, chime in with us. We got divisional playoff weekend. We had a good time yesterday talking about some of the games, but yeah, it still do suck with bad grammar that Jacksonville does not play on. So we'll be looking at the games, definitely talking about the lines. We got our picks with our Corona six-pack coming up a little bit later on, but we definitely will dive into the Jag topics. Ryan O'Halloran with an interesting one in his column on Jacksonville.com, just talking about the possibility of a major upgrade to the line of scrimmage on the defensive side of the football. His name is Max Crosby, and I have made this determination. If this does happen, and I will tell it to Ryan O'Halloran, I would rather have a dude with 2 X's in his name than 2 A's in his name, okay? It's as simple as that, all right? And a guy that can come in and immediately lend some impact. But I have to say this, Leon, when you start talking about a guy like Max Crosby, you're also talking about a big paycheck that will have to come along with him. Either you redo a deal or you offer him a deal. It is not going to be cheap to get Max Crosby to come here.
No, it won't be cheap, but you're talking about a high-energy guy, the effort guy, a disruptor, or someone that an offensive coordinator has to game plan against. His effectiveness in not only rushing the passer, but getting after the runner. I mean, those are the type of guys that, man, they change the whole dynamics of your defense if you got someone like that. And quite frankly, we got in my opinion, half a guy like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you determine which half. But I'm just saying, what are you going to do with Trayvon? What are you going to do with Trayvon Walker?
Well,
If you bring him on, he's got to go.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Well,
You gotta move him.
if you were to do it, now they already picked up his option, so he is under contract. He is going in to this year. We've had all the discussions. He can, if they were to keep him and they weren't making any type of moves, then yeah, he's got to bet on himself. He's got to prove that he's worth it, so on and so forth. But as you clearly stated, it's going to be tough.
Well, in Ryan's column, he says they would trade Trayvon.
Right. And
Vegas is part of the package.
Part of the package, give away first-round draft capital, which they don't have right now in this upcoming draft, which means you have to even go further in your draft world, giving away future picks if you were to do it. And then Trayvon out, Max in, but he is due, what is it, $30 million coming up this year, his base.
Okay.
That's a lot of cake, man.
A lot of cake. But he's a baller.
Yes,
he's
he
an
is.
absolute baller.
And he was a guy that the Vegas Raiders found later in the draft. So you can give credit to them and their front office for finding him. I believe he's a third rounder. And so a guy that obviously has proven time and time again that he's worth every penny that whoever is going to pay him.
Yeah, I like it. How old is he?
29.
29. Ooh, he's still in his prime.
Fourth round.
Fourth round pick they developed.
From
Is it
Central
fourth?
Michigan,
okay,
right?
Yeah, because I knew it was down in the draft, like surprisingly.
Eastern Michigan.
Eastern Michigan. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all you got to do is watch the film against us.
Oh, yeah. And he didn't necessarily get to the quarterback all the
he
time,
didn't.
but he was a
But
shot record.
as far as he was wrecking shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so anyway, you're trying right now to kind of figure out what this team's going to do going forward, trying to basically come up with ideas of what's going to change one side of the ball versus the other.
If he's in that game against the Bills, they win.
yeah.
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because he
If you have any type of pass rush in that
But
game,
to be fair,
you win.
if you get in the second round and you pick Boye Mafa, they win that game too if Boye Mafa's in that game.
well, you
so,
can go
so you can get a guy in the second round or third round. You've got to be good at drafting, good at evaluating.
Exactly. That's honestly the essence of this whole thing. It really doesn't matter which guy we're talking about as far as who gets the job done. It's do they have dudes that
Right.
just
You just have to
simply
actually do
get
it.
the job.
Like anybody can
done.
take a reservation, as my friend once
Yeah,
said.
exactly.
Anyone can hold it, you know?
Yeah, you know how to make a reservation,
Right.
but can you
Can
hold,
you hold
a
the
reservation?
That's what it is.
All right, so
Thank
here's an example. In the Broncos, their front office, you can brag on them or you can brag on their D coordinator, Vance Joseph, which, with apologies to Anthony Campanile, I do believe he wanted to create pressure for Josh Allen. It just did not happen. It did not exist. And that's why you can target a guy 12 times and complete 12 passes to Khalil Shakir. You can make sure that Brandon Cooks operates at 19 yards per catch because there was no pass pressure. 3 of 5 targets to the tight end. On and on and on. Now listen to this. This is a sauce.
By the way, you could also blame 41 for that too. Don't just throw not just 44.
No, I didn't just blame one. I just said Campanile probably came up with a pass rush. They did not get home.
And to be fair, like 5 of those throws were to the perimeter, Shakir. So
Right. They wanted to make sure that they
No one's
got
stopping
the
that.
ball out
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
And so that's how you neutralize a pass rush. But at the same time, you still, if we're talking about the idea of Max Crosby being here, same game plan would have gotten to him.
Yeah.
You probably are going to say yes.
Well, the two tackles that they had to go up against Buffalo,
Yeah.
they're pretty solid. But
Yes.
if you're elite on the elite, you're supposed to win.
Mhm.
You're supposed to face the challenge and make an example of those two guys, and we didn't. We got stopped.
Yeah. And so you know that it does come down to who you have wearing the uniform, who is picking that talent, drafting them, and then who's developing them, and then the game plan itself, which is when the coordinator comes in. And Vance Joseph, you can give him a ton of credit for what he's been able to do up in Denver, and we're going to find out whether he can manufacture pressure against those tackles that you're talking about and Josh Allen. Now, here's a saucy just to start this off, because this is when you talk about good drafting, good developing. So the Broncos, they have 4 players, Leon, 4 with 7+ sacks in consecutive seasons.
Saucy Nugs.
That is doing work across the board. That means Zach Allen, Nick Bonito, Jonathan Cooper, John Frankenmeyer, all of them with 7 sacks or more in consecutive years.
Wow.
Is that good?
Yeah.
That's pretty
It
good.
ain't bad.
And it's consistent,
Yeah.
which I like.
And that way, if you do have that many guys operating with 7 sacks or more, you also don't know where the pressure's coming from because everyone's capable.
Yeah, and they don't have to blitz, bro.
Yeah.
If you're getting a 4-man rush and you got guys getting home, beating man on man, beating double teams, that kind of stuff, man, that's elite. That's how you win ball games right there.
All right, so let's get into the games a little bit. 641-1010. You guys let us know what you're looking at as far as the keys of this game. The Bills going up to Denver, what you think. Houston v. New England. What do you think? Jump in on those. And then, of course, the NFC will look at the Final Four from the National Football Conference as we get it going as well. Florida home AC Friday. Love hanging out with y'all. It's cold. Bundle up and hang out with XL Primetime.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford. How does number 9 feel about number 16?
All right, here we go.
Find out when David Garrard joins Mike and Fat Tony, Mondays from 10 to noon on Jaguars Today. Restored by Resto Pros of Northeast Florida on 1010XL.
When the unexpected happens, you shouldn't have to face it alone. I'm Chris Campione, and at Campione Law, we're here to fight for you. Whether it's an auto accident or a slip and fall, our Jacksonville team takes care of every detail, from investigating the incident to securing multi-million-dollar verdicts, so you can focus on getting better. And remember, you don't pay a dime unless we win your case. Our commitment is 24/7, bringing you the real support from real people who really care. Campione Law, your dedicated partners in justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione, Campione Law.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. It's a new year, and whether you're starting a new routine or making player picks for the first time, trying something new can be hard. But in life and with Prize Picks, it always feels good to be right. With high-pressure playoff matches every weekend and elite hoops action almost every night, the action never stops. All you do is pick more or less on at least 2 player stat projections, watch your winnings roll in. It's just that simple. And now Prize Picks has early payouts. If your lineup is off to a hot start, you have the option to cash out even before the game finishes. At Prize Picks, how you play is up to you. You can choose flex play and get paid even if one of your picks misses, or power play for the biggest payouts. All Prize Picks withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Download the Prize Picks app today, use promo code 1010XL, and get $50 in lineups instantly when you play $5 in lineups. That's promo code 1010XL to get $50 instantly in lineups when you play $5 in lineups. Prize Picks, it's good to be right.
The best wings in town are coming to River City Marketplace. Leon Cersei here. Wingstop is opening another North Jacksonville location soon at the end of December. You always get fresh, made-to-order wings in 11 flavors, including original, hot, garlic parm, and of course, lemon pepper. Wingstop now has 18 locations in Jacksonville, always open until 1 a.m. So skip the wait and order your wings online at wingstop.com and swing by to pick up at the brand new Wingstop location in River City Marketplace.
Tom McManus buckles his chin strap as he joins Lauren Brooks and Taylor Dahl.
I just love a man in uniform.
Helmets and heels. Afternoons 2 to 4. Served by Queen Law Group on 1010XL.
What's up, Duval? I'm Chad Valamek, owner of Purple Heart Pools, Jacksonville's veteran-owned pool company for over 10 years. We specialize in new pool construction and pool renovations, built on military values, integrity, communication, attention to detail, and honor. Now is the perfect time to start your pool project, so when the heat hits, your pool is ready. As an Iraq War veteran and Purple Heart recipient, pride in what I do is everything. Let me show you the difference in how my team and I execute your pool project with military precision. Call Purple Heart Pools, Jacksonville's veteran pool company.
Join the movement at the Foundation 5000 Saturday, January 17th at UF Health in St. Augustine. The Community 5K supports the UF Health St. John's Foundation Care Connect mobile outreach and clinic, delivering vital medical care to those who need it most. Run or walk with 96 Olympian Keith Brantley, or come enjoy the Asian market, open to runners and non-runners alike. Sign up today at runsignup.com. Search Foundation 5000.
This is Dave Barker with IHRS. Are you frustrated with those trendy pills and lotions that claim to make your hair thicker and fuller? Tired of your hair falling out? Our hair restoration solutions have helped over 10,000 men and women restore their hair in as little as 2 office visits.
Call 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Or go to hairforme.com.
It's January. You turn on the hot water, expecting steam, and you get let down. That's usually a sign your tankless water heater is loaded with mineral buildup, slowing it down and wearing it out before it's time. So Duck Rooter is kicking the new year off strong with a Start Fresh Tankless Flush. Their experienced technicians flush and clean your tankless system, restoring performance and getting you back in the game. Right now, get your tankless water heater flushed and cleaned for just $99. 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Here's another call on the 1010XL hotline driven by Key Buick GMC, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Our head coach, Dave Campo, joins us a week ago. As I started the show, Coach, this is the first Sunday, not counting the bye week, that we will not see the Jacksonville Jaguars in uniform. And if you go regular season, since September, first weekend since August that we won't see them, not counting the bye week. And heck, we loved seeing you last Friday in the building as we did the show getting ready for that playoff game.
Well, hey, guys, good to see you. Like I said, first of all, I love being there and enjoyed everybody. I miss Matt.
I missed you, brother.
Unfortunately. Yeah. As I sit here today, I'm a little disappointed, but at the same time grateful for what this team did this year for the city, for the fans, and the media. Unfortunately, it came to an end. I wish it didn't, but that's the nature of the NFL. It's parity, and you don't make a couple plays, you got a chance to lose.
Now, Coach, players have to process the fact that when they get bounced out the playoffs the next weekend, they've got to watch teams that they potentially feel they're better than on TV. While we're doing that, the coaching staff has got to move forward and help it in finding out how they can upgrade this team and make it better. Am I not right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's no rest. I think the head coach probably is more involved with, his people than the coaching staff is right now. I believe they've got some time off, which, I feel is well deserved. But there's no question that right now Tony Baselli and Gladstone and Liam are talking about what direction we're going, what we want it to look like, where we are with the cap, all of the things, and guys that are going to be out there in free agency. So it never ends really for football staffs. It's a year-round game right now.
Dave, does this feel different to you than 2022 when it was kind of like a bolt out of the blue? You win in, the last, 7 games?
8.
6 games?
Yeah.
8?
Yeah.
8 games in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Is this year different, you think, the way it's been built? And the fact that it's a completely different front office and you got young guys there and it's a different way than what you typically see in the NFL?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I feel completely different. I think that for the majority of the season, we did things that 22 was just a flash in the pan. I don't think this one is. I really think that this team right now, they have an idea of exactly what they want it to look like. They said they were going to improve physicality. They did. The energy level was there. So, they're believing in the coaches, in the coaching staff, the players are. And really, the quarterback is different, which I think is really important. I said on our podcast yesterday with Joe that, when a defensive players or whoever did it give African-American kids give Trevor Lawrence a grill, there's a lot of belief in what the guy can do. And I think that's one of the biggest factors going forward. If he continues to improve, and I think he can improve, that's a big plus for sure.
Well, that just means he has street cred, Coach. That's all that means. When he gets the grill, that's all.
And that's exactly what it is that he won over teammates by his play, Coach, as opposed to just being that, quote, generational one, the first overall pick, all that other stuff. This hasn't worked because of that and never really looking directly at him and saying it's on you. This year, I believe he won some teammates over because of his play.
Yeah, no question. I mean, when you look at it, I believe everybody felt that it was no longer, it became that you can win games because of him, rather than just a manager
with him, right?
And I think that's the real plus of the whole thing, because when go into a game and you feel like you can win it, the number one thing that you're thinking about is the quarterback. Let me just say this. When you look at the Houston Texans as an example, they've got a great defense, probably the best defense in the NFL, and that usually means championships. But along with that, they've got a quarterback that's completely inconsistent and an offensive line that is very average. I don't think the confidence is there as a football team to go on. I may be wrong, but I think this team has more confidence in going forward really than their players do.
Now, Coach, this team went 13-4, but I still feel like there's more out there that this team can do as far as upgrading positionally. So, I mean, it's going to be a task with the combine and free agency to upgrade certain positions. What positions do you think, position groups that need to be upgraded moving forward?
Well, first of all, the pass rush. I think they did a pretty good job with pressure overall. But if you asked Campanile, I believe he would say that he probably blames himself a little bit for not being a little bit more aggressive. Because we got outside pass rushers that are okay, but they're not great. And really, to be honest with you, you can't win games without really 2 or 3 sacks a game and pretty good pressure. So I think that's an area that we need to get better at up front, and that goes without saying. Other than that, I feel pretty good about this roster. I think they really need to continue to bring playmakers in. If you look at it overall, I would say they didn't have enough really guys that are difference makers. And I think that's what they need. And I don't know how you do that, but I think you got a better chance of doing it through the draft than you do bringing in free agents.
On both sides of the ball, difference makers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So
this team is not. This team, I'm not sure. I think we could have won the ball game, Sunday, but I'm not sure this team is quite good enough to go all the way. And that's really what they need to improve on.
Okay, so this is the question we've been bantering around for the entire week, and I want to get your thoughts on it as a former wildly successful coach in the NFL. Devin Lloyd. Now, you told him, go prove it. He said, okay. Second team All-Pro. You can't let him go now, can you? Can you, Dave?
No. Well, I don't think so. To me, he's proven in this scheme and what they're asking him to do that he is above average player. At 27 years old, you can't let one of those guys go. The interesting thing is going to be, everybody keeps talking, and again, I don't know the cap situation and all that right now and where they sit and where their thoughts are, obviously. But, people have been saying it's between Etienne and Lloyd. In my opinion, I think you can find a running back a lot easier than you can find a linebacker that's 27 years old that is a playmaker, a guy that can rush the passer, a guy that has shown that he can intercept the ball. He is much, much more zeroed into what they're doing than he was prior to this year. That's coaching. I don't think you can let him go.
What if he says, I'm going to let the team go because I'm not taking anything until I see free agency? And I think that's the danger of where Devin Lloyd's mind is at right now.
Yeah, but I wouldn't blame him for that.
No.
To be perfectly honest with you. But I think at the same time, if a guy's successful somewhere and he's with a team that has proven that they can be a contender, it's not as quick to go. I think the biggest thing is it comes down to money. Most players are going to take the most money. So the decision has to be made based on what we do for him, but also he's got a comfort level here. I think that's going to be involved in some way.
All right, Coach, when it comes to Travis Hunter, we went 13-4 essentially without him down the stretch. And this back and forth with wide receiver, DB. Now that you have the leverage winning without it, do you tell him hey, we need you at one position, that corner, or do you play the back and forth with him again as far as receiver and DB goes?
No, I think they're going to use him both ways still, to be perfectly honest with you. Now, I would say, listening to Gladstone the other day on his press conference, I think they made the decision they may lose, one or two of these corners. And so he might be more valuable to the football team over there, which I really think he's a better player there. Okay. But I could see them using the Deion Sanders map of, okay, you're gonna be a cornerback, but we're gonna use you 10 or 12 plays on offense. I think they've proven their receiver core is good enough, especially if they can get Brian Thomas really going. That's a dangerous receiver core now. So it might be to the advantage of him and the team to use him in that manner of some on offense, but a lot on defense.
Okay, Dave, would you, as a former coach, trade Trayvon Walker and future capital, more than likely a first rounder in 2026, more than likely a second rounder this year, for Max Crosby?
I knew you were going to ask me that question. I knew that was going to come up because all of the smoke going around about Max Crosby. Listen, let me put it this way. The Cowboys traded Parsons,
right,
and it hurt them badly. Unfortunately, Parsons wasn't a complete guy off the field and all that. Max Crosby is the complete guy. If you can get a guy that is proven that he's a double-digit sack guy, and it doesn't matter whether you're on a bad team, a good team, it doesn't matter. I think you really have to seriously look at it. Now, if it's more than one first rounder and a player, I don't think you do it. I heard something like 2 first rounders, futures, and all that. No, I think this though. I believe if they don't do that, I believe that there are some guys in this draft. I think it's a kind of a loaded draft on edge players. You might be able to get one there.
So if you want to reset the clock, Max Crosby's in a really, really good player and an enticing option, but he comes at, what was the number, $30 million big? 30. And
Yeah.
so with a contract already in hand. So if they are savvy enough and they do both, which is draft well and develop well, you're saying don't be scared, right? Don't be scared to say no to too big of a price ticket.
Oh, absolutely, because I think really it comes down to team play.
Okay.
But if it's a good deal, I get a little nervous about those kind of deals because you've heard me say that we gave up 2 firsts for Joey Galloway.
Yeah,
back in
Dallas,
and he got hurt right away, and he was really never the player that he was before. So you're really gambling when you do that. If you can build the team through the draft, that's the way to go, in my opinion. But at the same time, if they get a good deal and it's a no-brainer, go ahead.
Coach, now we got the Jaguars. What about them Canes come Monday?
Yeah, because
you
got to get something.
Got to get someone with the Canes before you leave, Coach.
The Canes.
Thank you, JJ.
Oh.
It's so obnoxious.
They tried to ignore it.
Let me tell you something. With all
that was a 3-way highway with Campo, Cersei, and JJ.
Listen, with all that Florida stuff around there in Jacksonville, I got to be one of the guys that goes with the Canes. And I really think this is going to be one heck of a ball game. I think you got 2 coaches that are very similar to each other. I love the fact you might get a kick out of this, but watching after they had Mario on Sports Center or whatever. I didn't forget which one.
With Scott Van Pelt.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody was saying that the guy at Indiana was a no nonsense, whatever. Well, Saban was trying to give him the business on with some fun and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Mario was on for about 5 minutes and never cracked a smile. So
Yeah, he's not having that.
Yeah.
no, I think you got two coaches that are very similar to each other, and I think this is going to. And I think they have their teams playing this, the same way. The only thing that concerns me is I think that Indiana might be a little more disciplined than Miami. I'm not sure, but I'm looking forward to that ball game. I can tell you that.
All right, Coach. Love it.
I think my 3-year-old nephew is more disciplined than that Miami football team.
They get penalized heavily. Does he get put in timeout? Yeah. They would get put in timeout, that's for sure. All right, Coach, good stuff. We appreciate it as always. We know you got to go, and we will talk to you next week.
Yes, guys. Love you guys. And again, Happy New Year. Let's get forward with a good finish here going forward to next year.
Love it. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it. Yeah,
See you later, guys.
He knows. He knows. You got to start fixing what's broken.
You know what's interesting is if you look at this, this is what we can get into this later, but let's just say this: numbers do not tell the story. Like we're talking about sacks, because Josh Allen and Max Crosby, you would say there's light years between those two, right?
Josh Hines Allen.
Yeah.
At times, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go over the numbers between these two when we come
Let's
back.
get into it coming up. It is XL Primetime on a Florida Home AC Friday.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford Mobile Service. Game-ready service right to your driveway. Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Welcome to Key Buick GMC, proudly family-owned and operated since 1943. Come see why they're North Florida's new and pre-owned truck center, conveniently located on Southside and JTB, just minutes from the St. John's Town Center. At Key Buick GMC, every new vehicle comes with our lifetime powertrain warranty. Key Buick GMC, we are professional grade. Online at keybuickgmc.com. Lifetime powertrain warranty covers engine, transmission, drivetrain only. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details.
Getting you ready for the game. Pre-game Friday. Built by Dream Finders Homes on 1010XL.
If your home doesn't have a fireplace, CSS can install a beautiful electric or gas fireplace from Heat & Glow with no major remodel required. See their showroom or CSSOutdoor.com for a free estimate. CSS, you dream it, we build it.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. We're your local family jeweler for 46 years in Jacksonville with a huge selection of diamonds, gemstones, and pre-owned Rolex watches. And Monahan Jewelers is your store for expert jewelry repair turned around in 1 or 2 days. Most jewelry stores take 2 weeks or more, and many stores send your jewelry somewhere else for repair. At Monahan Jewelers, our jewelry repair is done in-house by expert craftsmen, and Monahans can turn around most repairs in a day or 2. So bring your jewelry repair to Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Transmission troubles? I'm Robin Sidbury, owner of Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road. So come in and see how we can help solve your transmission troubles. We service all makes and models. Remember, get traction. Call Action at 744-0755.
Valentine's Day is coming soon, so go ahead and pre-order your floral arrangements now from Kuhn Flowers. Hi, Flying Jacko here, and for over 75 years, Kuhn Flowers has made Valentine's Day for that special person in your life. KuhnFlowers.com.
The First Coast Games is an annual team-building challenge to introduce fun activities into the workplace and focus on your employees' health and wellness goals. These goals include some friendly competition, of course, including pickleball, cornhole, volleyball, flag football, and other team sports. The games will begin in March. Register your company and teams at fcymca.org.
Start your new year off healthy and get screened at Ackerman Urology for common cancers of the prostate, bladder, and kidney. Early detection is key with 5 locations across Northeast Florida. Visit AckermanUrology.com.
PRP treatment is kind of the thing these days, and in many cases, it eliminates the need for surgery. This is Sheridan Tootin, and my experience with PRP from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has been nothing short of great. I'm really feeling much better now. Ask your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist doctor about PRP treatment.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where athletes are treated like pros.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Here comes the judge.
Order in the court.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Time to get into some judgments, talk a little bit about what is, what could be, what you got to get rid of. All those things require tough decisions. And if you find yourself in front of the judge, you need to make a good decision. And get with my man, Chris Campione, and his entire team of attorneys, champions for justice. We're talking Campione Law, steps away from the Duval County Courthouse. They are now in the SJC offices in the AUG as well. So check them out, CampioneLaw.com. So let's throw some judgments out there. Matt set it up just a minute ago.
What are we doing? Like, I don't see your wig, so is this like in your chambers? Is that where we are?
Yeah, exactly.
Because I don't see JJ with a wig on either.
No, because we solved the case. You lost a couple the other day.
I believe I won one.
All right, fine. 1-1. The only reason I threw the other one out is you know why.
One of yours.
Because you're a corrupt judge?
No, it was a terrible argument.
Yeah.
And I will not waste time in my
You
courtroom.
said the MVP wasn't a player.
Campanile.
Yeah, I will not waste my time.
Most valuable player.
Yeah. The courtroom is here to litigate
Most
cases
valuable person.
with sensible direction and leadership, okay? So these are judgments, okay?
Judge
this is where we
corrupt.
toss out a bunch of stuff, beginning with Josh Allen.
So Josh Hines Allen
v.
and Max Crosby, okay?
The man with two X's versus the man with two A's. I'd rather have him on this team.
The man with two A's got to get cut, doesn't he? He's got to be cut.
I guess so.
I mean, it's done. It's done. You made the mistake. Move on. Done.
48th pick overall.
All right.
Way to go, Trent.
Yeah, that's a great one, Trent.
Dumas.
So we were talking earlier about numbers and how numbers can be deceiving and how, it's not all about sacks. It's look at the pressures. And so Josh Hines Allen and Max Crosby have both played 7 years in the league. Josh Hines Allen has played 107 games. Max Crosby's played 110.
One, the 7th pick overall. The other one, a 4th-round draft.
Right. Right, but you're 7 years in now. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Draft pick does not matter.
You are correct, sir.
All right? Career sacks, Max Crosby, 69.5. Career sacks, Josh Hines Allen, 61.
Not that much of a difference.
Okay, hang on. Let's keep going. Forced fumbles, a big stat. Max Crosby, 11. Josh Hines Allen, 10.
Including one that, he didn't force it, but he was the beneficiary of it with Rayshon Jenkins against
Correct.
the Titans going
Now-
back in 20.
Now, stuffs.
Yeah.
Which is a big stat.
What,
for
stuffs?
defensive
Is that a
coaches.
stat?
Yes.
That you just made that up.
Yeah.
I did not. It's a metric stat.
Stuffs.
Stuffs.
Double stuff.
Better
I
and
like
best.
wild Oreos.
Okay,
yeah.
better and
It's
best.
stuffs. It's stuff not letting guys get beyond the line of scrimmage.
Yeah,
So
analytics,
it's like tackles for loss. They call it stuffs. Okay.
Well, tackles for loss is the thing.
Yeah, let me
Right,
tell
but
you
if it's
something.
at the line of
Let me
scrimmage
tell you
or
something, JJ. When
behind.
havoc is now a stat, a metric.
Whoa.
Okay. Yeah, havoc.
Oh.
Havoc.
So
They put
stuffs
like a
is like
number by Havoc?
that sounds like
Anything
a
goes.
stalemate.
Can
Go
we
ahead.
get? Yes, it is. It's stalemate or
Okay,
behind
there
the
you
line
go,
of
there you
scrimmage.
go,
Can
there
we
you
get to this?
Yes, go ahead,
I
stuffs.
love it. We're frustrating him as he does it
Of
too
all
much.
people.
All right, go ahead.
I do to you guys all the time.
You do it to Joe every segment.
Every single segment I do.
All right, go ahead.
Stuffs.
Yeah.
Josh Hines Allen in 107 career games, 42.5. Remember, that's stalemate or
I
behind
don't
the
know
line
if
of
that's
scrimmage.
good or bad.
Max Crosby, 106.
Oh, more than double.
He's the stuff king.
Yes, he is. I got some stuff.
Hang on, passes defended.
He's doubled the stuffs.
Yeah.
Josh
Yeah,
Hines
yeah.
Allen, 13. In other words, passes knocked down. Because
Nothing
they're
like
not-
a good
they're
double
not
stuffed
dropping in
Oreo,
coverage.
You know?
Max Crosby, 29.
Oh, yeah, look. Max is better, at least overall, as far as what he's
I mean,
done.
of those passes defended, 29. I mean, I would get. I don't know but some of them have to be third downs.
Yeah.
That's getting you off the field.
Yes. And we can talk about pressures and hurries.
The stuffs.
Yeah, you need to get to
Big.
I question the Matrix when he got stuffs in there.
Well, one's got 106 and one's got 42.5.
So bottom line is that you're looking at a guy that at the line of scrimmage, when you need it most, he's doing work. And I think, and look, Josh Hines-Allen at times has been that guy, but he hasn't been that guy often enough just to see this particular year. That he had himself a decent season. He just didn't have the over-the-top, knock the quarterback down season.
Yeah, I think my frustration with Josh Hines-Allen is that when you need a play to be made, when the game is on the line, you need a sack, you need a turnover, you need a batted ball.
Yeah.
I think that's what I was looking for in the game last week when we were playing Buffalo. Someone's got to make a play on the defensive side. The offense scored. We're back on top. You got 4 minutes to go in the game. Somebody make a play.
Yeah, exactly.
Not only that, let's also not forget earlier in the season at Las Vegas, they're moving him all over the line of scrimmage, Max Crosby. And this team did not have an answer. Remember at the goal line?
Well, yeah.
Like 3 straight plays. They just moved Max Crosby, who's what, 260 maybe? Right?
And
maybe?
And he's right there, but that's when they were...
He was killing the interior line.
And that's when they were having a hell of a tough time with their offensive line.
They could not block him in that game.
That was the Walker Little left tackle performance.
Yeah, and that was the jumbo set. Adogba.
He's 255.
He beat him twice. He beat him twice this time.
Bro, they couldn't block him.
I know.
On the goal line. He's 255 pounds, a good blocker.
I'm not trying to tell you Trayvon Walker's anywhere near where I would like him or you guys would like him to be, but that type of guy is what I'm talking about. When you can move him all over the line of scrimmage and he can wreak havoc and beat you.
This is my point with what I'm bringing up. My next point to the judge, the corrupt judge, is I think
this whole thing.
I think there's a huge disconnect here.
Yeah.
The guy that should be shipped off is not Trayvon Walker. The guy that should be shipped off is the guy with the big contract.
Well, if you're saying it, say it.
Yes.
Because I would not ship Josh Hines-Allen off.
For Max Crosby?
Well, here's the deal. I don't think Vegas would want that.
Yeah.
They're not going to want to eat all that money for a guy who's...
They're not taking a contract to give away a contract.
You had me at Trayvon.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about Josh.
You'd rather...
I think that if Max Crosby came here, I think that both sides would want to eat.
Who's the better player?
It would benefit Josh Allen a lot if Max Crosby.
Josh Hines-Allen's better than Trayvon Walker.
Yeah.
Of course. No, I'm saying between 41 and 99. Who's the better player?
98?
98, excuse me.
I'm going to...
98 all day long.
Yeah, Max.
All day long.
Yeah, Max is...
So I don't think we're debating that. I'm just... All we're simply saying is
point?
that... you have to figure out a way
My point is if you're getting rid of the contract...
They ain't taking the contract.
You can support the 98 contract.
But they don't want that.
Right.
Get a better player.
But they're getting rid of $30 million. They don't want to take on $30 million. That's the whole deal.
If you've got one of the best edges in the league...
You're not listening. They're getting rid of a $30 million tab.
The Raiders,
they don't want to pick up a $30 million tab.
If you throw in some picks, they may.
Maybe. But they take the money, which is what they just wanted to get rid of, was the money.
Yeah, but they also want to get... He's kind of a problem there right now. He doesn't want to be there.
He's tired of losing.
Why in the world would they take a player who has done less for the same amount of money?
Because they're dumb.
Exactly.
I'll give you that.
Hey, the Bears took Foles.
Now, if you're telling me
took on the contract.
If you're telling me Mark Davis is making this decision, I might bite, but it ain't happening.
It's Tom Brady time.
I mean, actually, honestly, not just. I'm not joking about dumb.
Yeah.
He's not happy there. You don't want a guy that's not happy on your team. It's infecting a locker room. Especially if you got a brand new coach there, right?
They want him out because they want to get rid of the money.
I know they do. I know they do. I'm not disagreeing with that.
Yeah, he was not unhappy until they just were El Succo.
Right.
And this team just barely got away from El Succo.
Right.
So.
And they're making up injuries for him not to play.
Yeah,
right.
They shut him down. Yeah. They didn't want any.
He was posting videos of himself shooting threes at his home gym after they said he's too hurt.
Yeah, if you're a new coach, you don't want that on your
team.
This
only happened in the last couple of weeks of the season, and he was uber ticked because they were trying to sandbag.
Yes.
And he's like, whatever. All right, so there you go. That is one judgment, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're going to try and work in a few others coming up here in just a second on XL Primetime.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford. Your home for Florida Gators basketball is 1010XL.
The Gators get a big challenge in Music City against the 10th-ranked Commodores. Florida Vanderbilt, tomorrow at 1:30 on 92.5 FM.
It's your boy, Big Sirs, all-pro lineman, and your lemon pepper guy. Nothing screams game day like Wingstop. But get this, every Saturday and Sunday this football season, score big with Wingstop's special deal. Order a 100-piece wing pack online at wingstop.com or the Wingstop app using promo code JAX20 and get $20 off. That's right, carry out or delivery. It's your call. Use online promo code JAX20 for $20 off any 100-piece wing pack. Fire up your game day. Order this weekend with Wingstop.
Hey, Jacksonville DDH. Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your National Builder of the Year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% in homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit dfhsalesevent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
Here's hoping for a Raise the Roof football season. And here's knowing Next Gen Roofing is up for any job. Game day or storm season, you need a team you can trust. And you know what? You don't need a glitzy roofing company. No shortcuts, no gimmicks, no nonsense. Solid roofs at competitive prices and a commitment to the First Coast community. Right now, save up to $300 on your next roof replacement. When you need a roof, you need Next Gen Roofing. Team with you, it's a win every time.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On January 16, 2019, Golden State guard Steph Curry becomes the first player in NBA history to hit 8+ three-pointers in 3 consecutive games.
PRI Productions is the official game day production partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hi, I'm Randy Goodwin, president and owner of PRI Productions. Chances are, if you've been in Jacksonville over the last 30 years, you've seen our work, from corporate and social events to concert production and much more. We have the equipment and expertise to make your next event memorable. So call the experts the Jaguars call. PRI Productions, bringing your ideas to life.
This is the home of the Florida Gators. Get your Gators hoops on 1010XL. Brought to you by the personal injury attorneys of Farah and Farah, Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville, and Renewal by Anderson, custom windows and doors.
Hey folks, it's Frank Frangie for Lee and Kate's Class, and I think you deserve a spa-like shower, don't you? Get rid of that dirty, dated setup you have in your bathroom. Those old-style showers can be really ugly. Install a gorgeous frameless shower with thick, sexy glass and a free diamond coating protection that's easier to clean, like Rain-X for your shower. Your bathroom will feel like a luxury spa every morning and night. You deserve it. Visit my friends at leeandkatesglass.com.
You're gonna see a big difference.
Before termites attack your home or business and cause costly damage, Terminix it. At Terminix, we know how to stop termites. These destructive pests have been around for millions of years, but before they show up, so do we. And their time is up. Don't live with a termite problem? Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com. TERMINIX.com. Terminix it.
Do you have numbness and tingling in your fingers, or wake up at night and have to shake your hand? Hi, I'm Dr. George Bari, and at Bari Orthopedics, we have a myriad of treatments that can possibly help you. If you have numbness and tingling, you may have carpal tunnel. We have cortisone injections, PRP injections, and shockwave therapy that may help treat the numbness and tingling that you have. We also treat it surgically with endoscopic carpal tunnel release, a 2-centimeter incision that will release the nerve and have you back at work and doing what you want to do in life in no time. If you have numbness and tingling in your hand, give us a call at Bari Orthopedics or log on at bariorthopedics.com.
Start the fresh new you with Local Fair Jacks, the online farmers market delivering fresh local food to your door. Start for just $7 with code FRESH1010 at localfairjacks.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC.
All right, a couple college football notes. The Gators have a new wide receiver. His name is Jalen Lloyd, and he is transferring from Oklahoma State. And second quick note, Duke, reportedly, it says Duke has concerns that star quarterback Darian Mensah could enter the transfer portal. Multiple sources tell CBS Sports it's the last day to do so. But I would imagine he's only doing that if he has somebody he knows he's going to.
You better believe it.
And there's only 2 schools out there big enough without a quarterback next year.
Rock bottom.
I think one is rock bottom, Rocky Top, and one is the University of Miami. So interesting things happening on the last day of the portal.
Mensa, by the way, was a $8 million deal over 2 years
Correct.
to leave Tulane, and the great John Summerall, no H, no E, but he is he. He left there to go play with Manny Diaz at Duke, but
almost had 4,000 yards this
Yeah.
year and 34 touchdowns. Won the ACC.
Yeah, he did okay, and yeah, a 5-loss team that won the ACC did okay. But Manny, who obviously his strength is on the defensive side of the ball, they couldn't stop anybody.
Imagine losing your quarterback the last day of the portal like that.
That would-
You're just screwed.
Yeah,
that sucks.
Yeah,
that would not be good.
No,
good for you guys.
Yeah, for us.
If it happens, it would be amazing. I think this kid's legit.
I mean, you don't have a quarterback if it doesn't happen.
No, we have Malachi Tony.
You're going to have to get like a graduate
emergency quarterback.
You'll have to get a graduate transfer or somebody from like the FCS.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting for y'all.
Or start somebody that they have on the roster now, Emory Williams, who, if you remember a couple years ago when Tyler Van Dyke, remember that guy?
Oh, he was quality.
Yeah, which he's in the portal. Maybe we'll get him.
No thanks.
When he got hurt, he had to come in.
He's
he played
not
Florida
still in
State.
the
He broke his arm.
But just to give you an idea,
He's at SMU, actually, Tyler Van Dyke.
yeah, let's 17 different schools, more schools
Yeah.
than words in his name.
I think he's had like five or six schools.
Yeah, but just to give you an idea of where the NIL has gone, okay, let's use Tyler Van Dyke as an example, as a lab rat. When the NIL first started, Tyler Van Dyke was gifted a used BMW, low mileage.
Still
okay?
nice.
We're talking a nice ride, but it was a pre-owned.
And his
now,
career went into the
And now,
tank
no,
after
forget about his career. Just that's what was being offered. Hey, we got a low mileage pre-owned Beamer for you.
Now quarterbers are making $6 million.
To be fair, it was a 7 Series.
But still, I'm just saying, pre-owned of $7.5 million.
Yeah.
And the great Ty Simpson, High Tide on the South Side, pointed this out yesterday on the text line. He said and it was Chris Lowe. Who is he now, Matty? On three. On three, formerly of ESPN. He was just writing the story about Ty Simpson. And
Very
just saying,
talented Chris Lowe, yes.
and Simpson might have been trolling some other people when he said this. He goes, "Who would I be?" And I'm paraphrasing. If I just up and left and went somewhere else, just for the
How about every quarterback
right.
in,
Well, his
in
point is
college football?
The captains at Alabama get to put their hand and their feet in cement around Denny Chimes. So he's like, I can't do that. I put my hand and my feet in Denny Chimes.
There's something very pure.
He said he built something there, which
Well, he
I
did.
would
Started
argue.
for 1 year. He didn't, okay?
You're
I can
part
tell
of
that
the
right now. He
most, I would say, of the last 15 years, you're part of the more embarrassing part of Alabama football.
Well, he sat for a lot of years and started 1 year, and they do have a coaching problem right
certainly
now, as much as they have anything else. But anyway,
I'll never forget that.
By the way,
Florida State game.
Saban is like kind of backing away a little bit from DeBoer, isn't he? Like when
Of
you hear him
course he
talking.
should. Oh, now he's chumming up with Mario. He's like, see, Mario's actually
he's-
my guy.
Yeah,
like,
he's
made
really
Mario.
starting to like separate a little bit from DeBoer right now.
and why wouldn't you? He has offices. I heard he moved offices further away in the stadium from where DeBoer currently was. And so the other thing is that there is something that's good and decent about a guy who says, I wore this uniform, and I'm looking at
there
Leon
is.
when I say
There
this, is that, and I put my hands, as you just described, Matt, with the story from Chris Lowe, and that means something. I can't just go put another uniform on. This doesn't happen nearly enough. It probably won't happen very much anymore. But anyway, that part of it was his reasoning for not going to another school and turning pro.
Yeah, I understand it. Yeah, because
That's not what you said yesterday.
he's some man. He's dead to me, by the way. Tyler says.
He's dead to you because he want to come to Miami?
Yeah. But I commend him for what he did. You know, he'd rather go pro. He's been entrenched in Alabama the last couple of years, whatever. He put his hand in whatever the concrete, cement, whatever he did. So he feels obligated to them or whatever, and not to go to another team. So
Yeah.
I guess. But
I do kind of like.
He's dead to me.
I kind of question the whole. I built something here. I don't know.
Yeah,
about
They haven't
this
built
is,
anything.
you know what we'll remember about your
Yeah.
time at Bama?
Yeah.
Wow. Getting rolled in Tally.
I mean, honestly, it's going to be that. And it's going to be the Rose Bowl.
Set for McCain. Yeah. Well,
Because
yeah.
they didn't win the SEC.
Yeah, and you were talking about why.
No, they had negative rush yards in that championship.
Spot in the playoffs.
Why is Nick Saban further and further away from the back end DeBoer? Because they got 37 hung on them as far as the margin of victory. What was the number? 37, 38?
38-3.
I thought.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay. So
the boys are squatting.
35-point
And I
margin
think
of victory.
Indiana kind of
38
let up
points.
there in the fourth quarter, too.
That's why.
Not like they did in Oregon, where they just, the pedal was to the floor against Oregon.
Yeah, it was. So big numbers. All right, we will do our college football seg coming up in just a bit as we look at a little bit more about the game coming up on Monday. Florida home AC Friday. We got Ryan O'Halloran coming up talking about that possible move, a bold move in the bold city to go get Max Crosby.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford.
He's got his trigger finger on the pulse of Jacksonville football.
Does he have a name?
He calls himself Mike Duraco.
And we get his insight every Thursday from 10 to noon on Jaguars Today. Written by Lee at Kate's Glass on 1010XL.
Joe C here. I tried playing handyman with my sprinklers and French drain. And royally failed. So I called Clearwater Irrigation and Drainage. And John Haney came out personally, just like he'll do for you.
You know it. And for a limited time, my good buddy Joe C's coming too.
Huh?
Ain't that right, Joe?
I gotta go to the game.
Go. Go.
Clearwater Irrigation.
At least do this part.
And drainage too.
ClearwaterJacks.com.
Greenlaw Group is for the insured. If you think you have roof damage, call 904-302-7055 today, and they will schedule you a free roof inspection. Trust their law firm to help you fight your insurance when you need it. These storms can cause damage you may not even see yet. Call Greenlaw Group 302-7055. There's no cost to retain their law firm and no cost to have your roof inspected. They only get paid if you win. Greenlaw Group, for the insured.
Hunters Know Patience is part of the game. Just got to keep hunting. Jeff Lageman, Captain Kevin Faber, and Captain Kirk Waltz on the Nimnet Outdoors Show. Presented by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning. Saturday morning from 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
It's January. You turn on the hot water, expecting steam, and you get let down. That's usually a sign your tankless water heater is loaded with mineral buildup, slowing it down and wearing it out before it's time. So Duck Rooter is kicking the new year off strong with a Start Fresh Tankless Flush. Their experienced technicians flush and clean your tankless system, restoring performance and getting you back in the game. Right now, get your tankless water heater flushed and cleaned for just $99, 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hey, poker fans, it's a new year, and a new tournament series is coming to Best Bet Jacksonville. The 2026 Best Bet Blizzard on the Beach Poker Series runs from February 5th through the 16th. The event features 10 tournaments, $600,000 in guarantees, live-streamed events on Best Bet Live, and the $1,700 Mystery Bounty main event. Win your way in with satellites starting this month. Get all the details at bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Discover the fun and freedom of boating. It's time for the Jacksonville Boat Show, January 23rd, 24th, and 25th at the Prime Osborne Convention Center. Don't miss killer deals on boats and accessories, plus fishing seminars, kids events, and more. The Jacksonville Boat Show, presented by ViStar Credit Union. Tickets at boatjacks.com. That's boatjacks.com.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and when the weather starts to shift a little bit, especially during the fall, you've got some really cool stuff from Honda Off-Road.
We do. It's my favorite time of the year for me. Nice little chill in the air. We've got some side-by-sides. We've got the ATVs. Of course, they're legendary dirt bikes. We've got it all.
And for the hunter?
We've got side-by-sides that work and play.
All right, so make sure you check it out. Showroom wide open for you on Atlantic near Regency. If you want to go off-road and have some fun, check out Cycles of Jacksonville.
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentists and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental. With light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental, located in Bartram Park.
There are 3 certainties in life: death, taxes, and if you stay in your home long enough, a new roof. Pick it here for our friends at Lockhart Roofing. Nobody better in Jacksonville. How do I know? They are a local certified Master Elite contractor, and that means they have a GAF Master Elite warranty. That's the best in the roofing industry. In this day and age, don't settle for cheaper discount roofers. Lockhart Roofing has been here for decades. They aren't going anywhere. Call my friends at Lockhart Roofing, 994-3851. That's 994-3851. Lockhart Roofing, Jacksonville's best for Jacksonville people.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by Baker Glass. The Orlando Magic are playing their song Across the Pond as the team celebrates their victory over the Memphis Grizzlies by a final score of 118 to 111. They would have to overcome a 20-point deficit early in the first half. However, their second half turnaround would be more than enough for Orlando to now enjoy consecutive wins for the first time since November. The Magic and the Grizzlies will meet again over the weekend when the two teams take their world tour to London. Tip-off is scheduled for Sunday at 12 noon. Right now, 49 degrees at 103. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Time to drop some college knowledge on XL Primetime. Brought to you by Modelo, the official beer of the college football playoff.
All right, Modelo, you can have a delicious cold cerveza, a Modelo Especial, a Modelo Negro, a Modelo Oro, whatever you would like. You can enjoy it as you get ready for the Natty Monday night 8.5-point line. It remains pretty steady around that number, but let's see if we can get into some of the subject matter regarding this national championship game. And then in the college world, I at least have to bring up one other item for Big Surse. We got picks coming up a little bit later on, but as we start this, Big, the one thing I think, I kind of made this point just a little bit yesterday, but the one thing is that's coming at me right now is that Alabama, before they did get destroyed out in Pasadena, they created a little pressure against Fernando. Fernando was running for his life just for a little bit. The Bain/Mesidor combo, you can throw anybody else out there, but saying whoever it might be, if they start designing blitzes, they can get to him. They need to get to him.
They love a safety blitz.
To make anything like that. Corey Heatherman get a little exotic on that side of the ball, but to be successful, it's got to hit the stat sheet. Sacks in some kind.
Sacks, pressures, turnovers, interceptions, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Stuffs. I like it. Stuffs. Yeah. Tackle for loss, all that.
Yeah.
100%
I mean,
stuffs.
they just got to play the way they've been playing the last couple of weeks down the stretch, man. They've been playing lights out. As far as the intensity goes, getting after it. I mean, enough is not being said about their defensive tackles. I think that they get up the field, push the pocket, they come around the corners, safety blitz, linebacker blitz. I mean, fortunate enough, Miami's good enough with their front four to where they can get pressure and apply pressure. Now, they bring safety blitz every now and then to confuse the offensive line, but yeah, but I think you almost you want to stop the run initially, make them one-dimensional, and then then you got to tee off on Mendoza when it's time. You know, can't give them time because they've got some ballers at wide receiver. They absolutely got some ballers at wide receiver that can stretch the field. So, yeah, I'm not concerned. I just think Miami should just play be who they are, be violent, be physical. I'm a little concerned about the penalties. That's what I'm concerned. I'm concerned about the penalties and self-inflicted wounds, but I think they match up well with Indiana.
Indiana makes no mistakes, by the way.
They're
no
pretty
penalties,
dang clean.
No turnovers, none of that.
Yeah, I will say this:
a great day for it.
No one has stressed him this year.
What about Iowa?
Iowa, Penn State.
Iowa
with the run game, you might go with.
Penn State,
he had to make like 2 miracle plays to beat him.
But I mean, it wasn't because of like pass rush, consistent pass rush. Like no one's consistently forced him into making quicker throws or hurried throws or not going through his progressions and scrambling. He hasn't had that consistently this year. If Miami can do that, that's where that game changes.
Okay,
that's where it changes.
All right, so back to the tackles and include the run game, Matt. Hemby has been pretty good. Like you said, not even their number one to begin.
A grown man.
Okay, but a very good player, and then put that run game up against those tackles, and can they get bodies off of Mendoza? If they do, create that pressure by getting a little run game going.
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously that's what they've done all along. Their run game is so underrated. Like they get chunk plays all the time.
They always fall forward. They get like
and
extra
they
2
just
yards.
and they set up that pass. I mean, I keep saying this. Those three receivers, man, Surratt, Cooper, and Becker.
Yeah,
my
Becker
God.
is a big target. Surratt obviously is sleek and talented.
Just three legit dudes running around out there. So I mean, the Canes have to get pressure, and the only way they're going to get pressure is if they put him in obvious throwing situations, which means you've got to stop the run.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the same scenario for
Every
Miami.
year. Yeah, it's the same scenario every game. Yeah.
Miami's got a big offensive line that wears on you. It's physical. Fletcher's running down here.
Same thing.
We've got wide receivers that can stretch the field, stretch you. Malachi Tony, same thing. I mean, they're so evenly matched. I mean, the edge, of course, I think the quarterback edge probably goes to Mendoza. You know, he won the Heisman Trophy, Heisman Trophy for a reason. But I think Carson Beck down the stretch these last couple of games. I mean, the drives
really
against
smart.
Ole Miss. I mean, he took care of the football.
He's played really smart. Yeah.
So I mean, he's played very smart, turnover free for the most part. So I just expect him to go as planned because it's worked so far.
You take a look at the list of champions from the college football playoff when they expanded beyond 2014 on, and it's all blue blood. And you may have a first time ever national champion in Indiana, and you will have at a minimum a first time national champion head coach. Signetti or Mario will be the first to hoist the hardware in their career. But if you just go down the line, it was Ohio State, Bama, and Clemson trading titles 4 years running, LSU, Bama, Georgia a couple of years, then Michigan and Ohio State. And now, of course, you're looking at the possibility of 3 years running Big Ten football, hoisting the national championship.
They need to be stopped. Someone has to stop them.
They're Russia right now in your eyes, is what you're saying.
We're trying to save college football.
Yeah, exactly. That's right.
Is what you're saying right now.
Yes.
We're like the moral compass of college football. Miami is.
Just imagine.
We're beating all these 27-year-olds.
Yeah. You got to put the camos on and go return college football to its glory. And I like it because there are so many new possibilities as opposed to the list of champions I just read off. And that part of it's good. And you're seeing new blood, new opportunity. And even in the case of the guys that are going to come back next year, they're getting paid handsomely to come back and kind of keep our college football world at least a little more intact than it was instead of a bunch of one-and-dones.
Yeah.
Well, at the very least, they're giving them pause.
Yeah.
To think about, all right, if I stay, I can get X. If I go, I could get X, but I don't really know where I'm going to get drafted.
Yeah,
so maybe I don't get X.
Yeah, so here's an example, and I don't know, Matt, if you can recall the numbers, but 42 players granted special eligibility for the NFL draft.
Right.
And you can roll through them, and you can point out a handful of guys that are pretty dang obvious. Caleb Downs is ready for the National Football League. He was a guy that committed to Nick in Alabama. When Nick left, he immediately bolted and went up to Ohio State. So he's one of the guys that's coming out. We just mentioned Ty Simpson. We're talking about him earlier. But you have a handful of other guys that are really, in a lot of ways, viewed as ready for the NFL, but coming back to play college. Not bad.
Not a lot of guys. I would
Not
say
a ton.
there's a little handful that could be first round picks, if even a handful. I think still for the most part, first round picks are leaving. I think the one that really shocked everybody was Dante Moore. That's probably the biggest one.
And for what it's worth, Arch, it's still a surprise, even though it's. But he didn't have the season. That I get.
No.
That I totally get.
No, and I think once.
But
once they started to really like break down his tape. You would not. First off, he wouldn't be the one overall.
I'm just speaking strictly of the amount of starts that they had. It's nice to see both of them say, you know what, need a little more seat time, and I'm going to get paid.
Yeah, I don't know why Dante Moore said no. It was weird. Just very weird. Very weird.
Who are the two guys that have the record for the least number of starts that were first round picks?
Trey Lance and
no.
Lance has got to be up there.
He's up there, but the record holders are Mitch Trubisky and Anthony Richardson.
Oh, okay.
And both of them had 13 starts. And
they've both been successes, right?
Yeah, and then add up the number of starts that Dante Moore has. And for that matter, Arch.
So Dante Moore had 5 in his first year at UCLA. And how many this year? 14?
Yeah.
So less than 20.
So
and
19,
so
yeah.
you got to think. I thought it was only 4.
Arch had 2 his first year. And
I thought it was only 4 at UCLA
13.
for Dante. But either way,
so Arch has 15 total.
Yeah, it's worth thinking about, especially when you can get the cake right.
Well, I mean, I can appreciate that he feels like he needs a little bit more seasoning, but it's a huge. When I say a huge risk, I mean you don't go into a season thinking you're going to get hurt, but the possibilities are out there.
No, but you're talking about a guy who's the projected 1 overall.
Mm-hmm.
That's $52 million guaranteed.
Yeah.
And he's walking away from that for $7.5 million guaranteed.
Yeah, but back in the day, you'd walk away from it for nothing.
For nothing.
No, I get that. I get that. But
so at least you
what
can
I'm
be like,
saying
well, I can live the rest of my life.
Yes.
When Peyton came back, Koopa had to supplement it.
Yeah, and he got paid for this year as well.
Yes, I get that. I get all of that. But my point is, that's a lot.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big matzo ball hanging out there, Jerry. Big.
I wouldn't do it. I'm just saying.
$7.5 million and then 50 plus still waiting for you. And you may hurt your draft stock, and I get all that, but still.
I mean, the fact
rare
is
opportunity.
that they have the luxury
to
do that. Yes. Like I said, it gives you a little pause, if anything.
Yeah. And at the very least, we see the waltz of the world return in college basketball, the Dantes or whoever you want to name in the college football world, and we as a fan get to see them for another year. I'll take that.
By the way, Walt's a pretty good player. Walt's a better player in the NBA I thought he would be.
Yeah, and he's 6'2", and he can move, he can shoot. So, all right, we'll get back to that. I got to bring up the college football Hall of Fame class to Big a little bit later on. We still are in full-on protest that he's not part of these classes. It just ticks us off. But let's talk about another subject. Max Crosby. Let's get back to him with the guy who penned the column about possibly doing it if you're a Jacksonville Jaguar front office. We'll do that with Ryan O'Halloran next.
XL Primetime, driven by Big #1 Duval Ford, the #1 place to buy your next vehicle. While you were watching the ball, he saw what happened in the trenches.
I'm Jeff Laudman.
And he tells you about it every Tuesday. Check the tape. 10 to noon on Jaguars Today. Checked by Napa Auto Care on 1010XL.
Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Westside, your locally owned commercial truck headquarters and proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hey, it's Rick Ballou. We got a fresh shipment of hard-to-find ProMaster vans, perfect for Section 179. My buddy Tommy and his team are committed to the community and make the process simple. Upfits, delivery, everything handled right. If you need ProMaster vans or commercial trucks for your fleet, you need Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Westside.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. It's a new year, and whether you're starting a new routine or making player picks for the first time, trying something new can be hard. But in life and with Prize Picks, it always feels good to be right. With high-pressure playoff matchups every weekend and elite hoops action almost every night, the action never stops. All you do is pick more or less on at least 2 player stat projections and watch your winnings roll in. It's just that simple. And now Prize Picks has early payouts. If your lineup is off to a hot start, you have the option to cash out before the game even finishes. At Prize Picks, how you play is up to you. You can choose Flex Play and get paid even if one of your picks misses, or Power Play for the biggest payouts. And all Prize Picks withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use promo code 1010XL and get $50 in lineups instantly when you play $5 in lineups. That's promo code 1010XL to get $50 instantly in lineups when you play $5 in lineups. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
The doctors at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists have resolved my hip and foot issues, and I'm back to training for the 2028 Olympics in LA. This is Garrett Scantley, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is David Garrard. Following my knee surgeries and recovery, I'm continuing to feel great and would recommend Southeast Orthopedic to anyone who's experiencing orthopedic pain.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Catch the Jacksonville Jaguars every day
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios
with Mike Dempsey and Fat Tony talking teal every weekday from 10 to noon
Jaguars Today
on 1010XL.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law.
That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to divorcemenonly.com. Divorcemenonly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Is your backyard ready for the big leagues? Pick it here for Surfside Pools. Serving Northeast Florida since 1977, they have the home field advantage. Family owned and operated, offering weekly pool service, equipment repairs, commercial maintenance, remodels, and new pool construction. Let Surfside Pools make your backyard dreams a reality. Are you ready to float happy? Visit SurfsidePools.net or call 904-246-2666. Surfside Pools and Spas, your hometown MVP.
License number CPC 044080.
The best wings in town are coming to River City Marketplace. Leon Cersei here. Wingstop is opening another North Jacksonville location soon at the end of December. You always get fresh, made-to-order wings in 11 flavors, including original, hot, garlic parm, and of course, lemon pepper. Wingstop now has 18 locations in Jacksonville, always open until 1 a.m. So skip the wait and order your wings online at wingstop.com and swing by to pick up at the brand new Wingstop location in River City Marketplace.
Be the first to discover the best new home community in beautiful Green Cove Springs. Highland Trail, where the rhythm of life slows down. Enjoy green spaces, luxury pools, pickleball courts, winding trails, and more at livehighlandtrail.com. Choose from 3 premium builders, just starting in the 300s.
Oh, at Highland Trail. 1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Here's another call on the 1010XL hotline, driven by Key Buick GMC, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
We say hello to Ryan O'Halloran, columnist for the Florida Times Union, Jacksonville.com. Rah, rah, rah. Ryan, how you doing, bud?
Fellas, good to join you today.
Hey, we appreciate it. You have spurred conversation. Well, that's the job of a columnist, to make people think, and you've thrown it out there about possibly going and getting Max Crosby. Right now, I just want you to know, instead of ROH, AI is taking full credit for your story. They can explain everything that you wrote and act like it was theirs. You do realize that, don't you?
I'm getting there in that, but as Matt can relate, it doesn't matter if people agree or disagree as long as they read.
Exactly. That is true. All right, so let's set this up real quick because you pinned the column, and we want you to kind of explain the tentacles of how you came, kind of hatch the idea. But here, from the exit presser, a question was asked to Jimmy Gladstone's about evaluating Trayvon Walker, factoring in the injury he had this year.
Yeah, I think that's fair to ask. The thing that I really appreciate in watching Trayvon move is how much he loves this place, how much he loves his teammates. That just seeps out of his soul. And those are the types of people that you want to align yourself with. It's the type of players and that we want to make sure that are still in our building moving forward. And I know, obviously, dealing with injury, that's never easy for a player to tough through those types of things, especially when it's coming with a wrist and a knee simultaneously. It's not something that's easy, or many would be willing to put themselves at potentially risk for looking worse. And you wouldn't hold that against him. It's not something that's ever considered as long-term concern or anything of that nature. In fact, it's something that you would prop him up for, right? The willingness to step into that despite being sort of adverse situation, or your body's not feeling its best. That's stuff that he should take real pride in, and he's certainly somebody that we want to make sure we align ourselves with moving forward.
So, Ryan, that was a very glossy answer, but I think we all know Trayvon Walker's not delivering as high a pick as he was in a contract that may be coming in his future at the position he's playing right now.
Yeah, that's an answer by James Gladstone, basically saying this player's under contract for next year, which he is. I think this will be his last year in Jacksonville, no matter what, on this fifth-year option. The reason I included him in a Max Crosby proposal, which I have 2 first-round picks, a third, and Trayvon Walker for Max Crosby. Probably too much. I'll let them decide. But you need money. You need money out to have money in. And that was sort of the rationale there. If Trayvon Walker was making a lot less money, I would say, hey, slide him inside, make him more of a defensive tackle on third down. But the pass rush was 27th in the league this year. The pressures were ranked higher than that, but you still have to stack the quarterback. And they had 1 sack and 6 pressures in a playoff game. That needs to be an upgrade because I think that could be the missing piece on this entire roster.
Yeah, it's not a knee-jerk reaction because if we had any kind of pass rush in that game last Sunday against Josh Allen, I think the Jaguars move forward. They've got that is concerning. Now, Max Crosby is a disruptor. Would going in the draft be a lot easier, or would you go after this season vet and give him the money that he deems necessary?
I mean, I would make that trade now, and then you can. He's signed for several more years, and it's a very tradable contract. But even if they do acquire a Crosby or they sign a Trey Hendrickson, that's another name that I'm sure will be connected. Yeah. Is you can never have enough rushers, and is BJ Green and Danny Strigo are they guys that you can count on? Agba was a bust as a free agent signing for a 1-year deal. So I think they need to add some impact guys, an impact guy as a pass rusher. And you're right, Leon. This wasn't a new problem in the playoffs. This was a team that really had some stretches where they didn't produce a lot of sacks.
All right, so Ryan, I'm gonna kind of take the team side or Trayvon's side in this. Prior to this year, he had back-to-back 10-sack seasons. The injuries definitely were an issue this year, no doubt about it. He was definitely ascending prior to this year. My thing was, if you're talking about money out, money in, you want to get money out, trade the other guy. Trade the other guy in a first rounder for Max Crosby, not Trayvon Walker.
I think at midseason, I thought Hines Allen should have been. He had 1 sack, half a sack in the first 7 games. Where you're getting into is the dead cap money and the mechanics of it. Moving Walker is a very clean trade in terms of that because he doesn't have a contract beyond 2026.
Right.
So,
right.
One thing if I'm the Jags is if guys call about my players, you have to listen. I don't care what their stature is, because. Okay, did they not perform up to expectations? Josh Hines Allen had a better second half of the season, but he was one of those guys that had a ton of pressures in the first 7 weeks, but half a sack. So, I would be surprised if they were open to Hines Allen because I think they feel like he was a guy who got better in the system throughout the season.
We're talking with Ryan O'Halloran, and you can find his piece at Jacksonville.com and in the Florida Times Union. You can check him out on X. And I'll never forget Hayes Carline, and I know you guys exchange intel columns
all the time
and on the air and all that. But anyway, Hayes threw out the number, and it just blew my mind at the time. You just mentioned a half sack in 7 games, and Hayes said he was outside of the top 90 in sacks for the year. That it was an incredibly bad stat.
Yeah, it was a slow start, and you're one. And I remember talking to Liam Cohn about that at the bye week. I said, okay, what are the options to unlock Hines Allen? Well, one of the things they did try was moving Walker inside and lining them up hip to hip. Mm-hmm. Make the O-line make a decision there. Well, as soon as you start figuring that out, Walker gets hurt again. Well, now you're back to square one, and then Trayvon comes back. He has to work through the knee. He's not 100%, not even close to it. So I think Plan A coming out of the bye, they had to throw in the trash because of health.
As far as position grouping, Ryan, what do you think this team is going to address in free agency compared to what they're going to address in the draft?
Yeah, it's tough, Leon, because they don't have a ton of money to spend. Even if the cap goes above $300 million, corner has got to be an issue, either in-house or outside of the house. Buster Brown's a free agent. Greg Newsome is a free agent. I don't think Greg will be back. Jordan Lewis is coming off a foot injury, so you have to have a contingency plan there. So I think Travis Hunter would be the first option to say you're playing corner first, and then mix in a little bit of receiver, very little bit of receiver. But that would be a position I would look at in the draft. In free agency, one thing they did well this past offseason is they threw a lot of darts at the board with 1-year deals, and it wasn't all that first week of free agency. So I think they're going to be it's not going to be last year where they agreed to terms with 9 guys in the first couple hours. because they just don't have that kind of need or money. But I would look at a veteran edge guy if you don't make a big trade. And then also, what do you do at running back? If ETN doesn't come back, even if you are committed to Tootin and Allen, where in the draft do you feel is the sweet spot for this group of running backs?
What's your stance on Devin Lloyd, a guy who was told go see what you can do, and he went out there and did it and earned second team All Pro, and now what? Do you? I've been saying you got to keep him because you got to send a message to the locker room. You play well, we'll keep you.
Yeah, and I'm sure that has with Van Lanen proven himself, with Myers proven himself. I think that was good messages in that respect, even though Myers had just gotten here. The Devin Lloyd thing, I think its bottom line is he's outpriced himself. If he's going to be looking for $20 million a year or $17 million a year, I don't think the Jaguars will feel comfortable paying that much. But all credit to him, because in training camp, I was getting asked if he was going to make the team. So he came out, he showed it. And what you do is you're the Jaguars. I wrote this earlier this week. Same thing with ETN is we'd love to keep you, but you outpriced yourself. Thank you and good luck. And that's called good trouble.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what that number will be as we get closer and closer mid-Feb. It'll be fun to see how it all goes down. But are you of the mindset that Devin Lloyd's of the mindset that he is going to take the highest offer and he gone?
Well, in the NFL, you almost have to take the highest offer because this is Devin Lloyd's first kick at the can in free agency. It's probably going to be his last. Travis Etienne, same thing. So that's where if there's a $1 million difference with no state income tax, then that enters the equation. Maybe Devin Lloyd says, hey, it's all a wash financially. But if a team with cap space who has a glaring need at linebacker, and the same thing with Etienne, comes really above market, then I don't think the Jaguars are going to be in a position to match that.
Ryan, as far as the offensive line goes, I need guard in the draft, okay? I listen, Ezra get a little long in the tooth. McCary, he's got to stay healthy. I just think if you get young now, they can grow together moving forward.
Yeah, I'm with you. And because you're looking at that game on against Buffalo, okay, who goes where if who gets hurt? We should sort of know that. But so, Wyatt Milam, they liked him in camp till he got hurt in the New Orleans preseason. Okay, is he eventually a right tackle or is he a guard? They like Monheim as the center. But I'm glad you mentioned McCary. Is twice his last two games, he was unable to finish the Denver game because his back locked up. He was unable to finish the playoff game. I asked James Gladstone if that was a long-term concern. He said no. But they're also stuck with his contract for this year. But, when you have all these picks on day 3, you have to start adding some of this depth because this roster is going to change over. This administration inherited a lot of bad contracts that they can start getting out from under after the 2026 season. So if you're going to let go of these guys, you better have some reinforcements ready.
And think of the contracts they already said goodbye to, the Kirks, the Ingrams, and so on. Yeah. And essentially when he says no, that does mean yes, right?
Yeah. And, he also said all our offensive linemen are going to be back. Well, I mean, that's probably not going to be the case. I mean, you don't know what happens, but maybe he was talking about his starting 5. But also, and the other thing is Anton Harrison's going into a contract year. What did you make of his season at right tackle? Right. So that's another thing you have to consider.
So, I mean, you would think that Milam has one of those guard spots next year, right?
I would think so. And I think the interesting thing was with Walker Little. He was not having a great season at left tackle, but he did not play terrible at guard. Well, maybe a team who needs a guard calls the Jaguars and says, hey, we'll give you this round pick. Well, then you can just use that pick to add some depth on your O-line, give Milam a shot at that guard spot. So I think there's going to be a lot of moving parts just because of how the season ended. And the fact that you already got Van Lanen extended, you at least have that issue out of the way.
All right, good stuff. So they can find that column and plenty more at the TU?
Yep, that's up. And then tomorrow I talked to Mason Smith, a second-round pick who was a healthy scratch the last 4 weeks, about his future. And then one last thing, you guys are talking college football. Talked to Bobby Ramsey, Carson Beck high school coach. That will be online Sunday and then in Monday's paper.
Love Bobby. And I from your column, I said I'd rather have 2 X's on that line than 2 A's on that line. So we'll see what happens with 94 coming up.
Gotcha.
Thanks, man.
All right, fellas. Take care now.
All right, Ryan
All right.
O'Halloran. Honestly, it's the truth. That because you want productivity or no productivity.
I mean, what do you do with that guy? Seriously,
Right.
what do you do with him?
Say goodbye.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't see what. I mean, at this point, it's a roster spot. Is what it is now.
It was a guy that was valued as a understudy to Eric Armstead. Size, ability, inside, play in the same position that could maybe have something close to what Eric Armstead did for a decade in the National Football League. That is what Balky was picturing in his mind when he selected him.
Yeah. Either Eric's a terrible teacher or he's a terrible pupil.
Yeah.
I think it's the terrible pupil.
Yeah. One or the other. Unfortunately, right now,
He's a great pupil as a freshman at LSU.
Yeah,
I can tell
exactly.
you that.
Ain't getting out of him what you're supposed to get out of him.
XL Primetime from the big #1 Duval Ford Studios. 1010XL is your home for Jacksonville University basketball.
After a 32-point explosion, JU rides the wave to North Alabama. Dolphins Lions tomorrow at 3 on 1010 AM.
Yo, it's your main man ET here for Blue Chew. And guess what? Blue Chew tablet isn't just a tablet. It's a cheat code. Blue Chews provide access to chewable tablets that help you feel and perform at your best. Stronger, longer. It's like someone gave you downstairs a pep talk and a gym membership. No awkward doctor visits and no uncomfortable waiting rooms. It's nothing worse when them nosy behind neighbors are looking at your packages and then asking you questions. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. I got this. Blue Chew is simple. It's discreet and delivered straight to your door. And let's be honest, this isn't just for you. Give her group chat something to talk about. Nothing makes you more of a legend than a little Blue Chew. And guess what? I got a special deal for our listeners. Get your first month of Blue Chew on me. That's right. Just use promo code 1010XL and you pay $5 shipping. That's it. Head over to BlueChew.com for details and safety info. Use code 1010XL, then just chew it and do it.
Has someone you care about been arrested or had their driver's license taken away? I'm Susan Cohen, and I work with David Robbins at the law firm of Epstein & Robbins. We are experienced fighters for those charged with DUI, domestic violence, and all criminal offenses. In your battle with the justice system, there's only one thing you need to know. Dial David 24/7 at Epstein & Robbins, 354-5645. 354-5645.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party. How'd you get your money so quick?
Hard Rock Bet's got lightning fast withdrawals.
Almost as fast as Dale Jr. valeting cars at this party.
Man, he's fast.
Hard Rock Bet's fast withdrawals have given me new motivation. Tips are appreciated.
Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook. Roll with us. New players bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Payable in bonus bets. Not a cash offer. Offered by Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Hey Jacksonville, it's Dr. Kevin Kaplan, team physician for the Jaguars and proud member of Jacksonville's newest orthopedic dream team. At Orthopedic Specialists of Jacksonville, we brought together 10 board-certified fellowship-trained surgeons, each one a specialist in their field, all working together to deliver smarter, faster care with better results. From sports injuries to joint replacements, we've got the right player for every position. Visit osjax.com and meet your team. That's osjax.com.
Start the fresh new you with Local Fair Jacks, the online farmers market delivering fresh local food to your door. Start for just $7 with code FRESH1010 at localfairjacks.com.
Hey, it's Brent with Arcosa Crushed Concrete. If you've got concrete or asphalt rubble on your site, let me buy it from you, and I will recycle it into construction material for your future projects. Arcosa Crushed Concrete. Get paid for what you don't need.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Care you can see.
It's the Happy Renewal Year sale at Renewal by Anderson. Buy one, get one 40% off replacement windows and patio doors. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. But this offer expires January 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the Monahan's golden moment. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, your local family jewelers.
All right, my golden moment is that I hope the Jaguars using an aggressive approach and bringing in Max Crosby. Right now, it's just an article. But this team is not a knee-jerk reaction. Listen, we watched the game. We can't unsee what we saw last Sunday. I mean, Josh Allen just had all the time in the world to run, throw, whatever. Pushed for almost 20 yards.
I've never seen a tush-push move the chains like that.
Absolutely not. So, yeah, I said this. I think that this franchise, I think with Gladstone's, Baselli's, and Liam Cohen not going to sit on their hands this offseason. I think they're going to be aggressive. If they were aggressive enough to go after a guy like Max Crosby, I think that changes the tempo of your front four.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely changes. And no slight on Trayvon Walker. I mean, no slight on you. Just got to move inside. That's all.
And it's not impossible.
No, it's not impossible.
It's not. And I think that's kind of my golden moment is look, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to be bold. You weren't afraid to be bold last year. Don't be afraid to be bold again. And I don't think they will be.
No.
I think if they see something out there that they think can significantly help this team, even if it means getting rid of a guy that's been productive for you, they'll do it.
They parted with cash last year, and what Ryan O'Halloran said, and we have been harping on, is true. It was for my money, a bad built, bulky roster. It was the bulky build just did not work. 2 or 3 fines, yeah, I'll give it to him. But too many other things that you either overspent for, reached for, wished for, hoped for, any of that. Like, I'm telling you, he pictured Mason Smith as Eric Armstead. He pictured Trayvon as Alden Smith. He pictured stuff that he did in San Francisco as that he could manifest it here. And you just can't do that. Do the evaluation and then move on and hand your coaching staff good players and then make sure your coaches coach them up. That's basically what it boils down to. All right.
How about a 6-pack of picks on XL Primetime? It's time to protect the crown. Capped by Corona, La Playa awaits.
La Playa, that's what it's all about. You could certainly see yourself as a playa in our picks. When you hear the selections go down, you've got a chance to dial up the phone and get in touch with JJ and be part of our Corona prize pack, which is a tailgate kit, tent, cooler, chairs, ball, Sonny's gift card, and it'll all be fun if you come out on top. So let's get to the picks, JJ.
All right. Campo and Leon tied for first now with 8 games remaining in the season. So 62 and 51 against the spread. Corona and me are right around 500. And Matt and Joe are within 1 game, about 5 games below 500. All right. We'll start with the NFL and then leave the Natty for the end. I have Campo's picks, so I'll go first this game, and then we'll alternate, Leon. So first game, Bills versus Denver. Denver at home, 1-point favorites. Coach Campo has the Broncos.
I have the same. I have the Broncos winning that game.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. I'm taking the Broncos.
I am taking the Bills in this game. I mean, they won like 31 or whatever last year. I think they'll do it again.
All right. Corona Cat is taking that point as well. I will lay the point.
All right, you're taking Denver?
Yeah, I actually think the Broncos are going to win easy.
Wow.
I'm taking the Broncos.
This team, as we just talked about, got to Josh Allen one time and had only a handful of other pressures. That team is counting up sacks by the dozen.
That team's going to get to him.
Yeah, counting up sacks.
I just don't trust their offense.
That team will also run the ball.
Fair.
They'll also run the ball.
Yeah.
All right, next up.
All right.
Niners at Seattle. Some interesting news out of Seattle yesterday where Sam Darnold left practice because of an oblique injury. He said he's going to play, but still very weird. Seattle at home, 7-point favorites over the Niners. Leon.
All right. Niners are decimated.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Kittle's out with an Achilles
out.
on top of everything.
Yeah.
Scares me.
Yeah, it does. I'm going to go with Seahawks at home. I'm gonna take the Hawks.
And so is Campo. I'm taking the Niners.
How many points are we talking about?
7.
Man, with that oblique. Joe?
Well, right now, 7 points. I'll just give you an example. Seattle was a 1-point favorite on the road just a couple short weeks ago. They are 6 points bigger.
They killed him in that game.
Yeah, they did. And
it
so
was like
you
13-3, but
right.
it really wasn't even that.
And they just destroyed him.
That's
Destroyed
a healthy
him.
Sammy Darnold.
Yeah, and you're like, I just can't figure this thing out. But Brock Purdy is 4-0 up there in
Wow.
Seattle. So I'm gonna take the points.
All right.
And the Corona Cat, yes, taking the points.
So you guys are both taking the Niners.
No.
Matt the Corona Cat is taking the points.
Corona Cat.
Yeah.
I thought you said you're taking the points. Joe.
He's
Sorry.
taking the points.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Hawks.
Okay.
Okay. That's what I meant. Him and all right. Next
Write down
up,
me as a winner, whichever one.
Yeah. Next up, Texans at New England. New England at home, 3.5-point favorites. Campo is taking the Pats.
Texans have an elite defense, but I don't trust C.J. Stroud. Texans.
3.5.
All right, I'm
Texans.
taking New England. I exactly for the same reason that Leon just said, even though he picked the other team.
Yeah,
I'm going with New England minus 3.5.
Yeah,
I do like your Oppo logic,
this
though.
is you, though.
Yeah.
It's not my pick. It's your pick.
Yeah. All right.
We're battling right now.
I know we are, and I just honestly, dude, I know the feeling. DAL sucks.
I'm only one behind you.
Matt the Corona Cat is taking the Texans, catching 3.5, and it makes sense. But I'm with Pop Tart this weekend.
You're taking New England.
I'm taking New England. I'm with Drake May. Pop Tart.
I actually think the Texans are going to win the AFC. I'm taking the Texans.
All right. Last in the NFL, really interesting. This is in Chicago with bad weather. The Rams on the road are 3.5-point favorites. Leon, who you got?
I'm taking the Bears. I got the Bears.
The Bears.
All right. Campo is taking the Rams, and so am I.
Corona Cat.
Don't look at me. You're up next, man.
Corona Cat is taking the points plus 3.5. I thought I had just made the pick right before you. I thought you were going to make the pick this time.
No, I'm one behind you. You're always
I
before
will
me.
100% take Matthew Stafford in the cold, sleeveless, topless, whatever it takes. I'm going with the Rams.
Yeah,
and listen, the Bears have beat my butt too many times here of late.
You know what the problem is I keep seeing the Eagles game last year with the Rams in my head.
Yeah.
I'm taking the beloved Bear. I am.
All right.
The fighting Cairo Santos.
Now for the national title game. That won't be on CBS. All right. Miami versus Indiana. It's gone up to 8.5 after opening at 7.5. Coach Campo is taking the Miami Hurricanes. Leon, who you got?
Come on, bro. CANES.
All right.
Canes.
Matt the Corona Cat loves the points as well.
I am taking the team that I've been taking this entire time, the team opposite Miami, and I'm going to keep doing it. Indiana Hoosiers.
Matt.
Don't look at me. You're up next.
I tell you what, I'm just going to admit
That's a lot of points, man.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just going to admit it. I have fallen into a trap. The points that Indiana scored against Oregon were short field, quick scores.
Turnovers.
Yeah.
Not all of
Turnovers galore. Not all of them.
Not all of them.
Because they did score a bunch. Anyway, I'll grab the points.
I'm going to take the Hoosiers.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
That's
So
the picks.
All right. So we are in. So that is a Corona 6-pack, and if they delivered it to you, someone stole one of them out of there and drank it. Okay?
Yeah, this is our 5-6-pack.
It's a 5-pack. But call JJ 641-1010. If he picks it up and you were talking to him, then you're the one that gets in the contest. Beat the Corona Cat, you get double the entry. Sweep the board, you get triple the entry with that great Corona Tailgate prize pack along with a Sonny's gift card.
XL Primetime is driven by Duval Ford, Live streaming from the XL Digital Studios. Brightened by Harbor Dental Care, Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies.
Flame Broiler, the Rice Bowl King, is turning up the flavor with new char wings. These wings are charbroiled, never fried, grilled to perfection for a big taste without the grease. Grab them as a 3-piece or 10-piece side, or make it a meal with a 6 or 8-piece combo, served with rice and a drink. Order pickup or delivery today from any of Flame Broiler's 5 Jacksonville locations, or call 904-619-2786. Flame Broiler, bold flavor done right.
Pre-Game Friday. Built by Dream Finders Homes. Homes built to fit your lifestyle on 1010XL.
If you're tired of weekend projects turning into weekend disasters, you're not alone. Building a fence isn't as easy as it looks. And let's face it, your neighbor still hasn't fixed his lopsided masterpiece. But Superior Fence and Rail makes it easy. Highly trained professionals, top quality materials, and a fence you'll love for years to come. Skip the stress and call the pros today.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. We're your local family jeweler for 46 years in Jacksonville with a huge selection of diamonds, gemstones, and pre-owned Rolex watches. And Monahan Jewelers is your store for expert jewelry repair turned around in 1 or 2 days. Most jewelry stores take 2 weeks or more, and many stores send your jewelry somewhere else for repair. At Monahan Jewelers, our jewelry repair is done in-house by expert craftsmen, and Monahans can turn around most repairs in a day or two. So bring your jewelry repair to Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Game days aren't the only win happening in the 904. Best of Bold City named 904 Gutters with a Z the #1 seamless gutter company in Duval. Like the team's O-line protects their QB. Call the winning team at 904 Gutters with a Z to protect your home from the rain.
Hey everyone, Lauren Brooks here. As we kick off a brand new year, it's the perfect time to make sure your car is ready for everything 2026 brings. I trust the team at Big Chief Tire. The Preman family has been taking care of my car for years. If you want a safer, smoother ride, start with new tires from people you can count on. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 and let Big Chief help you start the year right.
I'm Frank Frangie for Ricketts Electric. Any good lineup needs power. When we needed power at the Bragan Baseball Complex and all the fields we have at Fort Family Park, we trusted Ricketts Electric. You're going to love these guys. The Ricketts family has been providing commercial and residential electric service for years. Call my friend Zach today at 904-320-5960. You can also find them on Facebook and at RickettsElectric.com. Ricketts Electric, the city's best power connection. Call them today at 904-320-5960.
This is Hayes Carline for First Florida Credit Union. I bank with First Florida Credit Union because I trust them. I can always count on them when it comes to the vast services they provide. The online banking services are outstanding. So easy to use, depositing checks through the mobile app is fast and efficient. First Florida Credit Union was voted Best Credit Union in the Best of Bold City Community Choice Awards for 3 years running, and it's easy to see why. You need to be banking with First Florida Credit Union. They're enriching people every day. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
Here's good advice from your friends here at 1010XL. I'm Frank Frangie. The next time you need to send a gift for a birthday, anniversary, wedding, or just for the fun of it, call the experts at Kuhn Flowers. For over 75 years, Kuhn Flowers does it right.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
So we just made the picks, all right? We just made the picks, and
by the way, real quick, I just got an email. I'm interrupting you again.
Yeah.
Tony G just sent me an email, wants to know how the pizza was.
Tell him it was damn good.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Grandma's Slice is the best pizza in town, dude. I'm telling you. I
give
love
me the old
that.
5-star.
All right.
Yeah. Give them the old 5-star. I love when you download an app and within seconds they ask you to rate the app. I'm not doing it.
You haven't even got your food yet.
Yeah. I'm not doing that. But real quick, playoff wins of the 8 remaining quarterbacks in order.
Oh.
Now, let me just give you this real quick.
I'm going to say Josh Allen's number 1.
Let me just give you this real quick. Just kind of a precursor to this.
Stafford.
Okay. This is where we are. All right. first time in 16 seasons, 4 different teams will host divisional playoffs than a year ago. So we got turnover.
All right, so I'm going to go Allen Stafford, Purdy.
7, are you ready for this? 7 of the 8 starting quarterbacks under the age of 30. All right, give it to me again.
Allen Stafford, Purdy. I don't think it matters the other guys, right?
I think you nailed it. So that's the most important part.
Yeah.
So, and I know you said Allen to start too, right, JJ?
Yep.
8 wins for Josh Allen, 6 for Matthew Stafford, 5 for Brock Purdy, and like we said, a chance to improve his unbeaten record up in Seattle.
5 for Brock Purdy.
5, and that's even with the injury.
Because Sam doesn't have one.
That's even with the injury against Philadelphia going back a couple, 2 years ago.
CJ has 1.
CJ's got 3.
He has 3.
Yeah.
Wow.
3. And then a win
Wow.
apiece for Caleb and Drake May because you're including this season. All right.
Right.
There you go. Let's say hello to Helmets in here.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Matt Hayes is still doing the math, trying to
figure out where he got the 3 wins from.
Yeah.
2 last year he got.
2 last year, 1 this year.
Got it.
And by the way, it was one of the ugliest wins we've ever seen from a Houston Texans team against the hated Steelers. Lauren Brooks joins us now as we get ready.
A win is a win.
Yeah, it is. Believe me.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
He's still like in the jar, man.
Yeah.
Golly.
Like, listen, we've been in mourning. We've had a wake kind of
Sports
mentality.
grief is real, Matt.
Yeah.
Sports grief is real.
But
and it's painful.
it's the first time, as we opened up our show, first time, and if you include preseason, not counting the bye week they were off, that you had a game to look forward to in the teal and black. Not this week.
Yeah, it's just so surreal. I think that's the best way to describe it because it was so sudden, right? Like, yes, I suppose when the Bills scored, you could have thought with, about a minute left, Josh Allen scores, you could have thought, I don't know that we're going to win this game, but none of us were there because they'd found ways so many times in a row. So, yeah, it is what it is, and we have more football to watch, although none of us will be all that excited except Taylor.
I'm still betting on it. That's why I'm invested. All right,
That's true. And then, well, obviously, y'all are very excited about the national championship on Monday night, but we have to work a whole nother day before that happens.
Yeah. All right, what's coming up?
We'll talk Jags football, and then George Reister is going to join us, talk some college football as well, and we're just going to have some fun on a Friday.
Former tight end, Jacksonville Jaguar. All right, Lauren, thank you.
Thank
we'll
you,
be listening. George Reister, I think he covers Oregon. He's been out there for a long time and getting it done.
Former Oregon tight end, by the way.
Yeah. All right, so we are out. We say thanks to Florida Home AC. Don't forget, you can fire up a phone call to them, especially if your heater is not working. 777-4300. Make sure you check out Florida Home AC. We are done. Joe C., Matty Hayes, Big Sirs, and JJ. Have a great weekend.